Hello friends! So for today's video, I said today's video like I upload daily. For this video I was thinking we could have an intellectual discussion about mental health and the stigma behind it, and particularly how the African American community deals with it. This is totally not for a grade. A quick disclaimer, this video contains some swearing and loads of dark humor, so if this may offend you, sorry. Let's start by breaking down the meaning of mental health. Now, I know a lot of you already know what mental health is, considering we all like to joke about how ours is slowly deteriorating as a result of our socio-political climate and college. But for the sake of context, I'm gonna break it down for you. Let me put on my glasses, I'll look a lot more intellectual. Mental health is defined as a person's condition with regard to their psychological and emotional well-being. Anyone is susceptible to mental illness, considering the fact that the brain can get sick or unhealthy just like any other part of the body. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, approximately 1 in 5 adults in the United States develops a mental illness in a given year, and 1 in 5 youth aged 13 to 18 experiences a severe mental illness at some point in their lives. Now, I'm not good at math, but I think that's a lot. Or at least a lot more than you would have originally thought of. I wonder why our youth can't handle the workload the American education system gives them. How do you do it, Sweden? The causes of mental illness can be due to a combination of a bunch of different factors. It could be hereditary. If a family member has a mental illness, then their offspring becomes more susceptible to developing one themselves. So quit talking crap about your batty old grandma in the retirement home because there's a chance she blessed you with a genetic predisposition to being casually insane. It can also be due to environmental factors such as divorce or the death of a loved one, changing schools or jobs. A mental health condition can change a person's way of thinking, their emotions and behaviors, which may interfere with their ability to work, maintain their relationships, function. Nia, what the heck does this have to do with African Americans? I'm getting there. Historically, African Americans have never had the appropriate resources to deal with things such as trauma, depression, and other mental health conditions. Yeah, for some reason, I don't think being a slave came with 5-star free healthcare. In the past, mental illness has actually been used as a discriminatory tactic to turn people against African Americans. I seriously doubt people want to be called schizophrenic when they're fighting for their rights. Wow, it's like the lasting effects of slavery and systemic racism has led to internalized stigma about psychological disorders and a narrow view on how to deal with them. Now, when you take all of this into consideration and the current struggles African Americans are facing today, mental health isn't a very popular topic of discussion. It's just not as simple as going to see a therapist. I mean, we try to talk to our parents about it, but I tried to tell my mom once I thought I was depressed. It didn't go well for me. Mom, I think I'm depressed. Did someone die? No. Do you have a job? No. Are you paying bills? No. The fuck are you depressed about? It usually goes like that for a lot of African American teenagers, or something like this. Mom, I think I'm depressed. The Holy Bible? The fuck are you telling me that for? Take it to God. Okay, maybe not exactly like that, but religion does play a large role in the African American community. Our parents and their parents before them, they didn't go to a psychotherapist when they thought they were depressed. They just said a quick prayer and got back to the grind. They've gotten through all of their problems that way, so they're pretty much expecting us to do the same thing. Dear God, I'm really going through it right now, but I know that this is all part of your plan. As Drake would say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Help me out though. Amen. Alright, let's get this bread. And of course we try to talk to our own friends about our problems, but that doesn't really roll over well all the time. I mean, I get it, we all have our own struggles that we're going through, but could you at least pretend to care when I'm ranting about how much I want to self-destruct? If you're one of those people who just sends mood to the group chat, you contribute nothing to the conversation. Where was I going with this? There are other barriers that stand in the way between African Americans and psychotherapy besides religion and stigma, like poverty, and the fear of being discriminated against in mental health facilities. But we shouldn't let these things stop us from getting treatment for the mental health conditions that we may or may not have. We all deserve happiness and peace of mind, and sometimes prayer or talking to your friends just ain't it. To anyone in the African American community who may be struggling with a mental health condition, you're not alone. You're not crazy. You're not being overdramatic. There are people out there just like you. Trust me. My point is, psychotherapy is good. Try your best to do that. Quit making self-deprecating jokes and go talk to someone. Damn it. Yeah, I think that's the overall message I was aiming for. Right, Kat?
Yes. Don't say you want to kill yourself.
Okay. Mom, I think I'm depressed. No, not like that.
I didn't want to hit you.
Just throw it!
Okay.
Just throw it at me! Did you even see it in the shot?
It's going.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Sorry.